One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on a team looking for its first win, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get first crack at it here. They'll run the option. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Nice move to keep running. There he goes. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Run it with the fullback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll send the back in motion. The option look. Still on his feet at the 45. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. On the ground, it's Mims. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oregon's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it the moment the ball left his hand.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Webb. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. The quick out. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. On the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
On the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
Number 12, on to take it away.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Oregon, 7, Florida State, 3.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That's a
More. No, because she sprayed me. No, but I told you it's the last time.
Example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be. He's got it. First down and more. He's turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Now the play fake. Got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Ducks have this offense rolling. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Gets it to him on the screen. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Number 27.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Fires to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. He did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of down.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Off-play action on first down. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Quarterback making adjustments. Off-play action. Might be looking to run. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking to throw. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Reads it, fires complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rushes on him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise. We have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Looking to fire. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Webb. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Punts it out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Leaves it with the running back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Noles will send out the punt unit.
It's the weakest offense I ever played. What the fuck is this?
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The Ducks are flying down the field. Trying to get the edge on the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Goes to the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
You make me think all game. That's how y'all gonna play.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. They want to throw it. Got his man on the right. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Rides the back and leaves it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Unloads quickly. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Give to the running back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Sends it back in motion. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Gets rid of it. He's got an open man. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one, a 40-yard try coming. Absolutely center cut. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Nebraska is just... blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 22 to Penn State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in a 1 versus 2 matchup you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go, set. Ready, go.
Quarterback running on the draw. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give on the inside. Turning it on. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.